I'm Joel Norman. We're joined by the head coach of the Lincoln Stars, Rocky Russo, in this one. After the Stars pick up the win, it's time for Coach's Comments, being brought to you by Southside Auto Tech. Rocky, a back-and-forth game. You said it before this one. Every rivalry game can go any way, and that certainly was the case here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a typical rivalry game. It was a sloppy game, right? We made some mistakes. They made some mistakes. I'm sure there's a couple there Whitey would like to have back, but he was really good when we needed him there in the third. But we found a way, and when you go on the road at this time of year into a building like this, they had a really good crowd and lots of energy. You're just trying to find your way out of there with 2 points, and that was the only thing that mattered. And we were able to put a little bit of distance between us and Tri-City because they lost tonight. Of course, Waterloo found a way to win, but that was our goal, is to just control what we can control, and that's find a way to win tonight, and we were able to do that.
You guys were able to overcome 3 different deficits in this time. We saw your resiliency last Saturday against Waterloo, coming back from a couple different deficits. What did you see tonight from these guys? They have to dig deep in this game.
I like where our mentality is right now. There's no stress on the bench. We scored, they scored. We scored, they scored. Our guys, you could see a little frustration because we were working. And, I mean, you look at the first period, we had the puck most of the first period. We were in their zone most of the first period, but we didn't have a whole lot to show for it. And so, they got a couple power play goals. Our penalty kill was not very good tonight, which is very uncharacteristic. But it's bound to happen eventually, and so it's an opportunity for us to teach a little bit there. But we didn't get stressed. Our bench mentality stayed positive. Guys were just talking about working and doing their jobs, and ultimately you get rewarded when you stay the course.
It's easy to say the biggest goal of the game is the Mason Marcellus goal. Give me one that you felt like maybe was a turning point in this game, whether that was maybe earlier on, later on, something that shifted the momentum that said, we're not going to give up on this one tonight.
Probably the Ali goal. And hey, I could pick all the other, what a great individual effort by Klavs, right? I think we were down 4-3 at that point, and he ties it up. But the Brennan goal just said, hey, we're here to play, and we're going to work. And, they scored at 17:30 in the first, and then Yavi goes and scores 20 seconds later. We scored in the second, and then they went and scored right away. But then 6 minutes later, Klavs is able to tie it. So, we kept doing what we were doing. We didn't change our mentality or our approach, and it's 2 big points for us.
That type of game where you paid for your ticket to the game, you certainly got your money's worth from a fan's standpoint. When you say you've said it this year, it feels like every game with Omaha, we've given their fans their money's worth, haven't we?
Yeah, and I mean, they're a team they're out of it, right? Let's be honest, they're out of it, but they're not playing that way, and I respect that. I respect that a lot out of them. They're still working really hard, and they're giving it everything they can every night, and they're a tough beat whenever you play them, and it might not look like that on paper because I think we've won 8 or 9 games against them this year, but every one of those games, with the exception of a couple, has been down to the wire, just like tonight was.
Battles for the most part, and if you can get the win tomorrow, you'll be undefeated at the Icebox against the Lancers. How do you channel the energy and the emotions of this game into tomorrow's contest?
Well, it's an opportunity at home. We only have 2 regular season games left at home, and we know how special those are. We know how much our fans look forward to watching us play, and we love playing in our building, and we're going to do everything we can to be ready and work really hard and get another big win tomorrow night.
Rocky, thank you for joining us. We will talk to you tomorrow night.
Thanks, Joel.
That's the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo, and this has been Coach's Comments, brought to you by Southside Auto Tech.